So, so what you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
You mentioned being an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on mechanicals, there must be a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can do it with them. I made it this far.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Huh. Mechanicals follow behavior of the logic module. Someone tampered with them.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Security's probably dead.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail.
Tail?
If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved.
How did this
You mean
happen?
why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it.
What?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me
Okay. Yeah, I finally got it. Alright, now let's find a logic module. But first, I'm gonna reprogram the automatons. Alright, let's mess with these bastards. New target. An intruder. There we go. Well, I got that done. Now is a logic module. Do I have a map of this area? This is barred. Okay, I messed with this system.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Process in.
Oh! Son of a bitch took a full clip. So,
Let's go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
yeah, no clue. Got the upper head. There are a few things of interest.
The last. I'm not sure what the right is. All I know is the decision's final.
That statement is true by his comments. Got the logic module.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Deserves our community too.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Mr. Reed tells me everyone's gonna die without workers in power.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
I'm gonna do the side quests first. What do I do? Redirect power. Continue. Wait. back.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Yeah, I got the last one.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Well, which one do you think it is?
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Thanks. More mags, huh? For a light machine gun? Hell yeah.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Hello. I found your logic module.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform.
That's
So
all.
this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes.
Alright.
I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but
Resistance?
I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. What's this? Alright. Ooh. A shock stick. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Alright, wasn't there a few armor mods I wanted to get on first? Alright. I'm back now. I thought I'd do those side quests just in case they would be unavailable if I move one or another. Even with the corporations, they're just having a living there. Like, what are they gonna do at the botanical laboratory? As long as they have... As long as they have plants, I mean, that's one, the reason it's called botanical. Why would they... Why would they want me to redirect power to the laboratory unless it was just to screw them, the other people over? Redirect power. Redirect it to Edgewater.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they don't care much for me.
I did what I could. Excuse me? Perfect. Alright, apply. Time dilation location hits. Okay, not bad. Well, I did what I did. That's honestly all I can really say about that. I'm not expecting a friendly welcome back, especially what I did. That's a lot of shots in one clip. That's also gonna be a lot of drainage in my ammo. Be ready for this in case they, yeah. I ain't got a good feeling about this. What's going on?
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
I'd like to see you try.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Fine. All this came from somewhere though. Why?
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm going to do it for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Wait. I can kill him. He does seem like a corporate greedy bastard after all. So, Reed isn't just going to leave his post, at least some convincing.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
What?
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Boy. What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Okay.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Where are we headed?
Adelaide's okay.
Thomas?
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Won't survive without power.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
I want to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just...
That's it.
Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her. You know where to find me.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe died on my watch. I haven't done enough to protect our camp. Fact is, I can't do much more. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. Thomas told me the same thing.
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed. Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Thing is, well, as Reed is he's like a picture of corporate greed. The woman, she's just psychotic. She's using humans for the plants, but when she runs out, she's gonna use the cemetery. So I got no clue what to do. For one, got some corporate man working down their citizens to the bone. But on the other is a psychotic woman that could possibly go on a murder spree if she runs out of bodies. Either way, they're dangerous individuals. One works into the bone and one's gonna dig out their bones. Either way. But it's a hard choice. What do I do? Do I just kill him?
Yeah.
What do Read.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I spoke to Adelaide.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Town's terrified of the plague.
I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Abernathy's people aren't getting sick with the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Have your people ever eaten an actual vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree?
Then do it.
We are a Spacer's Choice saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
Then the saltuna's the problem. Pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Abernathy's found a way to grow food.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
She's been using human corpses.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance.
What?
What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
What? Hold it. What?
You're right. I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crops. She's what this town needs.
Can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
One last day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
take out. This place is full of fucking psychopaths. So, wait. I can't believe that even he agrees with the ethics of human corpses as fertilizer. Why not just use the wildlife? There's gotta be a better way. So wait, does she use the ones that's dead? Or does she kill the ones that are near dead? Oh shit.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
This snake's buried in an apple.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
It was better off with you running the place.
You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
What the fuck? What I need. What kind of send-off do I have exactly? Especially with how fucking psychotic those two are. I mean, I'm leaving the town with someone that's probably gonna use bodies in the future. Probably even get killed if they don't keep their soul neutralized. Like, what am I supposed to even say about that? It's vexing. I got nothing. Guess I'll go to the primal nest. Let's see what I'll get from the death of them, if you would say. This doesn't feel right. There's nothing. Gotcha! Whoa! Jesus Christ, I took out his fucking limbs. I did not expect that from a machine gun like this. Like, what do I have for a send-off? Like, I just figured someone's way of life is through using bodies of all things for nurturing plants or just the soil in general. Like, what the hell do I have for that? Because I honestly don't have anything. Like, why not just use the wildlife here? They have to have some sort of nutrients. Okay. Guess what I'll say here is sometimes both people can be psychopaths in one way or another. I mean, for God's sake. I even Reed agreed with the ethics of this. So I guess I'm done here. Yeah. I got none. Seriously.